Problem number 8. Past journal entries in the books of Sasikumar, who is dealing in automobiles. 2017 October 1st, commenced business with goods rupees 40,000. Third, cash introduced in business rupees 60,000. 4. Purchased goods from Arul on credit rupees 70,000. On 6th, returned goods to Arul rupees 10,000. On 10, paid cash to Arul on account rupees 60,000. 15. Sold goods to Chandar on credit rupees 30,000. On 18, Chandar returned goods worth rupees 6,000. 20. Received cash from Chandar in full settlement rupees 23,000. On 25th, paid salaries through ACS rupees 2,000. On 30, Sahil took goods for personal use rupees 10,000. Okay, students, we will discuss the solution. So, open the format, okay, in the books of Sasikumar, date particulars, followed by LF, debit and credit. So, the first transaction, for that you will write the date once, that is year once, 2017 once, October once, okay. So, you can just see here. So, I am just giving all that once, okay. So, only once we write this year and month, okay. So, followed by now the entry in particulars. Since Sasikumar is commencing business with the goods, what do we do is we will actually write stock here. What we will write now? We will actually debit stock, because in the place of goods, we will write as a stock. So stock is being what? Real in nature. What is the nature of stock? Real. So what is the rule for real? Debit what comes in. So we will debit stock 40,000. And what about the next credit part? So here we say this owner is Sasikumar, he is bringing in capital, and the nature of capital is what? Personal. Okay, so this being personal, what do we say? Credit the giver. So Sasikumar's capital 40,000. So stock account debtor 40,000 to Sasikumar's capital 40,000. So narration will be started business with the goods. Okay, so you will mention that. And on the third, you can see that cash is introduced in the business rupees 60,000. So here again, what we will do is in the credit part, you will actually credit Sasikumar's capital as usual. But in the debit part, this time we will be actually debiting cash, which is actually real. Like stock, this also is real. So what do you say? Debit what comes inside. So the entry will go like cash account data 60,000 to Sasikumar's capital 60,000. On 4th, it says purchase goods from Arul on credit rupees 70,000. So purchases actually is nominal in nature. The nature of purchases will be what? Nominal. Okay, so why we say nominal? Because it is an expenditure. So debit all expenses and losses. As per that, we will debit purchases. And you should note that this transaction is not cash like the two transactions above. This is rather a credit transaction. You know, transactions are three types: cash, bank and credit. This is a credit transaction. So you don't involve cash, but rather we mention the name of the creditor, the supplier, Arul. So thus the entry goes like purchases account debtor 70,000 to Arul 70,000. So purchases is nominal, whereas Arul is going to be personal. Next will be on 6th, return goods to Arul. Out of 70,000, there was some goods returned. It could be due to defective quality or inferior quality, or maybe some damage in transit, or could be some mismatch in the terms and conditions. Could be like that. Or there could be some price maybe difference. Due to various reasons, it may result in returns. So what returns is this? Is that you should understand this is a purchase returns. So here when purchases is debited, obviously what do we do? You can remember easily. You will credit purchase returns. So because returns eventually brings the goods back into the business. So what do? We will credit this amount. 70,000 for purchase returns, and to and whom it who is actually to whom it is returned means it is returned to the supplier Arun. So who is a personal? So he was a person, so you say it is personal, and just you say that Arul account debtor to purchase returns 10,000. Coming to settlement on 10th, cash is paid to Arul on for rupees actually 60,000. So here what happens? Arul is here you can see that paid Arul. This time Arul is actually going to be the person. So what is the rule for personal? So see, Arul is personal, debit the receiver, credit the giver. So this time Arul is a receiver of cash, and being cash real, from beginning we have been telling cash is real, so the credit what goes out. So on personal, one real. So Arul account debtor to cash account, paid Arul. Next on 15, goods sold to Chandar on credit. So here this is also a credit transaction or a cash transaction. So no involvement of cash in any of the accounts. So what are the two accounts that you identify? One is Chandar. Next they are telling about sales. Sales means it is sold goods. So sales will come in there as another account. So what about Chandar? So when you sell goods to Chandar, so Chandar will be again the receiver. So Chandar will be the debit the receiver, because personal says debit the receiver. And sales being nominal, like purchase, sales also is what? Nominal. Okay, and here this time it will be credit all incomes and gains, because sales invites revenue to the business. So very simple, Chandar account debtors 30,000 to sales account 30,000, credit sales to Chandar. Now on 18, Chandar is returning goods worth rupees 6,000 to the Sasi Kumar's business. Okay, could be various reasons. So here, just like sales is credited, sales returns will be debited. Okay, simple rule. And to whom it is actually sent? Who is the receiver in this case? Chandar personal. So he is the receiver of goods. So simple transaction you write. Sales account sales returns account data 6,000 to Chandar account 6,000. So goods returned by Chandar. And then you see on 20, cash is received from Chandar here. Okay. So it says the word full settlement. So you can note that value of rupees 20,000, 23,000 is actually mentioned in this case. But if you see the above transactions, okay, you can see there is 30,000 actually the amount for which the sales has been made. So 30,000 is the amount for which the sales actually has been made. Okay, but if you see the amount given as discount is 24,000. Okay, the amount given as discount is actually 24,000. But okay, the problem says in this transaction as 23,000 only received from Chandar. What happened here? So here you can see there is actually a discount which has been allowed by Chandar. Okay, discount is allowed by whom? By Chandar. So he is actually discount allowed to Chandar. So Chandar is enough if he is going to pay 23,000. Okay, so in this transaction you will come across one cash, one discount allowed, and Chandar account. Okay, so cash being real, Chandar being personal, okay, and discount allowed is going to be nominal. I repeat, so cash is real, discount allowed is nominal, and Chandar is going to be personal. So all the three accounts are going to be involved in this transaction. So for cash, what is the state? Debit what comes in. So cash is actually coming inside the business. And for nominal, what rule you say? Debit all expenses and losses. So this 1,000 is going to be actually a loss for the business. Okay, because they are foregoing this 1,000 rupees. And in Chandar's account, actual settlement it should be 24,000. But he is paying only 23,000. So debit total should be equal to the credit total, and that also actually is now very clearly now just as per the rule also it gets now settled. So the entry being cash account debtor 23,000, discount allowed account debtor 1,000, to Chandar account 24,000. Cash is settled now and also discount is allowed. So Chandar is settling cash to us and also discount is received. Coming to the next transaction, you can see that paid salary through ECS. Paid salary through ECS. This is actually a bank transaction. Okay. So here there are three transactions I normally tell you, like that: cash, credit and bank. This is a bank transaction. And we say salary is going to be paid by ECS. What is the nature of salary? Salary is nominal. Okay. Nominal means debit all expenses and losses. So we debit salary here. And okay, so bank, you know very well that okay, this will be actually a mode of payment made by bank. So here how do you understand? Means you can take it as, in case if you take this as personal, you say bank is going to be the giver, credit the giver. So that is how you will treat in this case. So bank is giving cash, okay, in the form of salary, you are paying it. So here you just write the entry as salaries account debtor to bank account. Salary is paid by ECS. Last transaction 30. Sahin took for personal use goods worth rupees 10,000. So how do you actually treat this amount? So when you take for personal, whenever you come across the word personal use, remember, okay, we will debit drawings, okay, debit drawings for personal use. And if it is cash, what do you say? Yeah, drawings to cash. But here they say goods have been taken. So whenever goods are taken, you will replace it by the word called as purchases. Able to clear, follow students? So whenever we take goods, whenever goods is taken for personal use, okay, you will credit purchases. Otherwise, every circumstance purchases will be debited. This is the only case where purchases will be credited. So the entry goes like drawings account debtor to purchases, taken goods for personal use. Hope you followed this problem.